Live. All right, so I've had the opportunity to work with nursing homes and assisted living communities for the past 3.5 years. We've worked with almost 300 facilities to this point and helped them build their census. We've had the opportunity to work with them in great markets, in tough markets, and in what we find ourselves in right now, absolutely disastrous markets. And we have helped them, we've helped really great buildings get better, we've helped really bad buildings get incredible, and we downright failed on some buildings, I'll be totally honest with you. There's nothing I could have done. The building ended up going under. So we've had the opportunity to really work with every type of building all along the spectrum at all different points of the game. I'm just gonna, if you guys have questions, can you please put them in the comments? And I will get to them at the end. So if anything comes up that you have in mind, just put it there. Okay, great. I'm gonna open up the chat over here. Yeah, just put in the chat and I will, I'll answer questions at the end. All right, so how to market your SNF during COVID-19. I think number one, it is important to understand that the game has fundamentally changed forever. The world has never experienced anything like COVID before. Happens to be that our industry got hit more than any industry that I know of, besides, let's say, cruise ships, but they're completely out of business. They have the luxury of shutting down their cruise lines. We still have to be in business. We still have to keep up a census. We still have numbers to hit and targets to hit while saving the world at the same time, while the media is pummeling us at the same time. So the question is, how do we accept the game has changed? We have to understand how the world views us. The world sees us as not a good place like it used to. There used to be a nursing home was a wonderful experience. You walk in, you come out, you have all these feel-good stories. Today, I have friends that ended up on the front page of CNN, good people, but they're on the front page of CNN hauling body bags outside the building. Poor guys. Not because they did anything bad, because if you bring people that have COVID to a nursing home, you're going to end up with fatalities. So that's how the world sees us right now. We have to accept the fact. So now, which brings me to point number two. We have a choice. We can either tell our story, or the media will tell our story for us. We see what happens when the media tells our story for us. They want stories. I have friends in the nursing home industry that have had people, reporters, call their employees, disgruntled employees, and try to get juice from them on what has happened in the nursing home and how there's no PPE and how people are dying. Why? Because they want a story. And for sure, if a person quits, he's looking to give a story, right? He's upset. So the media is going to tell our story, or we will. So I choose, and every person watching this, every person in the nursing home industry should choose to tell their story before somebody else tells it for us, right? They're just trying to get headlines, they're trying to get views. Brings me to point number three. Outflow is everything. Let me explain this to you, okay? Most people, for anybody, again, that knows me or doesn't know me, I say this with absolutely no humility, I happen to be an influencer online, on LinkedIn. I'm probably one of the top 10 users of LinkedIn on planet Earth. I know how to get attention online. I know how to use social media to accomplish the goal that I'm looking to accomplish. Outflow, there's two types of people on social media. There's people that consume, right? So they go on their LinkedIn, they go on their Instagram, they go on their Facebook, and they flip. And we all are consumers to a certain extent. And then there's people that push out content, push out. And when you push out, somebody has to receive it. I'll give you a perfect example. At this moment that we're doing this conference, this webinar, I'm pushing out content into cyberspace. There's 53 people watching right now on Zoom. And on YouTube and Facebook, there's another few hundred people watching. So this is an example of me pushing out content, right? So I push this out into cyberspace. And what happens is, if anybody's ever, knows anything about physics, when you're pushing out something so fast, you cannot push something back in. Water cannot go into a fire hydrant, right? Sorry, a fire hose. When the fire hose is at full blast, you cannot push anything into that fire hose. Why? Because there's so much outflow that it controls the situation. So we have to learn how to tell our story. And how do we do that? By outflow. Outflow is everything. We don't want to consume what the media tells us. We want to be the media that is pushing out. So here's some examples of how to do that very, very easily. Every person has a phone. Every person has a computer. Every person has a device, but you have to look at that device as not something that the world is able to penetrate you with, but you have to use that device to penetrate the world with, outflow. And we could control our message that way. Then you might say, well, hey, I'm only one guy, or I'm only one girl, or I'm only one person in my nursing home. I'm an administrator, I'm a VP of business development, I'm a liaison, whatever it is. How am I supposed to outflow enough that is effective? And you're absolutely right. Here's the nice thing about a nursing home. It's a localized business. So it doesn't matter what happened in the nursing home in the next town. Let's say the nursing home next to you happened to have been on the media carrying out body bags. The nice thing about the nursing home industry, which by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. You have old people in your home, COVID comes in, it's going to happen. Don't be ashamed if that happened to you. If there's negligence, that's another story. But don't be ashamed if that happened to you. You can repair your, even if it was your nursing home that had the body bags coming out of it, I'm telling you that we can repair your image online by the outflow. So the nice thing about being a nursing home is you're a localized business. Really, the people in your town care about you and only you. They don't necessarily care about the next nursing home or the state of nursing homes in America. They care about your nursing home, the one that's 3 miles away from their house, 3 blocks away from their house. They care about you and only you. They couldn't care less about the next nursing home. Think about it. You yourself, do you care about what the next restaurant in the next town is about? No. You care about the steakhouse in your town. Wouldn't it be nice to go to a steakhouse today? I would love to go to one. But when COVID is over, we'll be there. We'll go together maybe. So outflow. We have to push out, push out. Now the question is, who is pushing out? Every staff member is a marketer. I see such a mistake. Where companies go and hire a fancy schmancy marketing director for $300,000 to come work at the company. Except for, I happen to work with a few very good social media marketers. Shayna Weiss happens to be on this. Shout out to Shayna. But even a social media marketer that the company hired needs help. Okay? There's 2 types of content that you push out there. There's sponsored content, which is paid advertising. And then there's what's called native content, which is you post a picture of your grandson or your daughter or your husband anniversary, and it goes out to your network of close friends. Okay? So we want to focus on that, the second type, which is your immediate close network. So each nursing home, I'm just going to throw out a number there. Let's say you have 100 staff, 50 during the day and 50 at night. So let's just call it 100 people. Those 100 staff that work in your nursing home have on average, every person has on average 500 people connected to them on their social media, which could either be comprised of Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, WhatsApp. Every person has around 500 people. Some people have more. I have close to 100,000. Some people have less, maybe a few hundred, but let's call it 500 people. So those 100 people that work in your nursing home have on average 500 people. That is 100 times 500. Help me with a little bit of math here, guys. I'm a little bit nervous here. What is it, 500,000 or is it 50,000? It's 500 times 100. I know I'm going to kick myself in the butt when this is over. Anyways, 50,000. That's 50,000 people that are connected to your immediate staff in your nursing home. Do you know what that means? That means that if each one of them makes 1 post a day, it doesn't have to be fancy. We're going to get into that, by the way. What type of content? But first, we have to understand the flow. Every staff member is now a marketer. Before COVID, right, we started with the game has changed. Before COVID, you didn't need outflow. You didn't need people to push good, positive content into the cyberspace because the media and CNN was not pummeling you every single day. Today, they are. So we have to change. The game has changed. We have to start telling our own story. Outflow is everything. And every staff member is a marketer. So what does that mean practically? Every staff member has to post in your nursing home at least once a day. That's a challenge that I'm putting forward to the wonderful people who are joining this Zoom conference. Let me repeat that. Every person in your staff has to post once a day. We're going to get into the what type of content. But before we get into what type of content, I first want I want this to seep into the psyche of everybody watching here, that every person in your nursing home became a marketer. Here's what I suggest, okay? I own a company, and I know that sometimes it's a little bit difficult to motivate the people around you. Here's what I would do if I was you. I would call a meeting, a task force within your nursing home. And not every person is going to want to do this. There's some people that are just in the nursing home for a paycheck. That does not include present company. There's 59 beautiful people that are watching this. The fact that you've taken your lunch break to watch this means that you're not just there probably for a paycheck. You're there because you care. And chances are there's other people in the nursing home with you that are also there because they care. Maybe not everybody, but it's a tough job. Chances are if they're there, they care. I would gather the people that you're friends with, okay? Gather the people that you're friends with in the nursing home, the staff that you're tight with, that you go for lunch with, that you guys really care about the success of your facility. And you guys should make take a stance and make a decision. Guys, every single day, we are going to post something positive about our nursing home. Every single day. And now the question is, what are you going to post? And I know a lot of you are thinking, that's nice. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I want to. I never did it before. Guys, I want to impress upon you the seriousness of the situation that we find ourselves in. This SNF industry may cease to exist in the near future if we do not do our part to bolster the buildings that we work for. If a building requires $1 million of revenue, I'm just throwing out a number. If a building requires $1 million of revenue, and we only are bringing in $750,000 of revenue, that means the ownership is losing $250,000. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to take the keys out of their pocket, and they're going to drop it, and they're going to walk away. And another nursing home owner is not going to want the headache that he saw during COVID because he doesn't want to end up on the front page of CNN. Okay? So you don't want to we have a collective responsibility to make sure that this nursing home succeeds. And it's not up to one person. It's not your marketer doing a bad job. And it's not Anderson Cooper's fault on CNN. And it's not Wolf Blitzer. And it's not Fox. And it's not Trump. It's you. You are responsible. And the people around you are responsible for the success of your nursing home. And when you start doing this, when you start posting, you're going to see the ownership. You know, I was fortunate enough to see who joined the 60 people that are part of this conference right now. I didn't see too many CEOs or owners or partners on this. Every person on here is a liaison, is an administrator, is a VP of business development, a regional director. When your nursing home owners and operators see that you're taking that extra level to bolster their investment, right? These guys, a lot of them have lost a lot of sleep. I'll tell you that right now. It has been a very scary situation. I'm friends personally with a lot of these people. Guys are losing sleep over this whole COVID thing. When they see that you're in their court, you're in their corner, you're fighting for them every day, they're going to take you under their wing and say, wow, Tessa Larson or Shayna or Jay Hutchinson or Derek or Mo or Zara, thank you so much for being in my corner. All right, and they'll remember that forever. Thank you, Bree, Helen, David, Nicole, Chelsea Fleming. Thank you guys for being part of my corner. So now the question is, what type of content do you post? And here is the holy grail. Are you guys having fun? Are you guys having fun? Because I am having the time of my life. Okay. Something about marketing nursing homes just makes me excited. I know it's a crazy thing. I'm sure it does for you too, because you're watching here at lunchtime, 60 people. God bless you. What type of content do you post? So it's what I like to call the 90-10 rule. Okay? And guys, please put your comments in the chat. Please put your comments in the chat or your questions in the chat, and I'm going to get to all of them at the end of this, okay? And at the end of this, I'm also going to introduce Elias Macris, who's also on it. Shout out to Elias. He has helped with hundreds and hundreds of nursing homes to get them up and running. He works with wealthy commercials. We're going to introduce him at the end, but please write your questions and comments. What type of content? The 90-10 rule. 90% of your content should not be, I'm in the video production business, okay? For nursing homes. And I'm going to tell you from myself, 90% of your content should be scrappy content. Forget about low budget. Zero budget content from your cell phone. Okay? I don't care even if it's an old cell phone with a crummy picture or the crummy image. 90% of it should be scrappy content from your phone. Here's the type of stuff that I would like to see. There's two types of content in the world. This is gold, by the way. These are nuggets. These are nuggets. You ready for this nugget? Two types of content. One is what I like to call creating content. The other type of content is documenting content. Creative content is producing a video like Batman. It takes hundreds of millions of dollars. It takes years to produce. And then the other type of content is a documentary. Doesn't take any money virtually at all. Is relatively quick to produce. We want to focus on the document. Here's the mistake that most people make in nursing home or in any type of marketing for that matter. They want to make the music video and choreograph the entire nursing home doing a ridiculous dance. And it takes them days and days and days and huge budget and weeks, and it puts everybody out of their way. It's a pain in the butt. And now they have to put that out on social media where nobody really cares about nurses dancing. Like, I have to tell you, like, when I see a music video in a nursing home, I just find it absolutely ridiculous. I find it insulting, quite frankly. Like, these people are professionals, trained healthcare professionals. You have them dancing on the top of a table, shaking the tuches. Who knows what's going on? So that's creating content. Documenting is the amazing things that happen day in and day out in your facility. For example, I've had the opportunity to watch people, friends of mine, take in COVID patients that were on their deathbed, literally, and nurse them back to health and walk them out the front door. Now, those front door videos are great of the guy, wheeling out, and he's holding a bouquet of flowers and everybody's clapping. Those are beautiful, great, keep on doing them. But what's more special than that is you go into Mr. Thompson's room wearing PPE and you take out your cell phone. You say, Mr. Thompson, I would like to ask you a question. Can we make a small video for my Facebook so people know what's going on in my life? Right? I want to show them what I've been going through. You have to understand, guys, you're heroes. No matter what the media has said about you, bad people, bad people. No matter what the corrupt media has said about you, I know who you are. You're good people. You're taking care of people every single day with your blood, sweat, and tears. So you walk into Mr. Thompson's room, you say, Mr. Thompson, can I make a quick selfie video with you about your experience here at Rolling Hills Nursing Rehabilitation Center? And he's going to say, why, sure, Susie, I would absolutely love to. And you sit down with him, scrappy content, 90%, we're going to get to that 10% later, 90% should be scrappy content. You take out the cell phone, you sit next to Mr. Thompson, you say, Mr. Thompson, could you talk about your experience here at, you can't see my hand. Mr. Thompson, could you talk about your experience here, please, at Rolling Hills Nursing Rehabilitation Center? And he's going to say, well, I really love this place, and they took care of me like I was family, and I really love you guys, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me a second chance. Okay? You take that, and you post it, right? Again, outflow is everything. Every staff member is a marketer. You post it to your personal Facebook. The game has changed, ladies and gentlemen. You can no longer rely on the traditional channels of marketing here. Yes, I know that your rehab has, or your nursing home has its own Facebook page. I get that. I know that. But the game has changed. And you can no longer rely on the 200 people that follow your nursing home page on Facebook. You have to tap in to the staff members, to the 50,000 people that they are connected to. So you post it to your personal Facebook, and you put a post something like this. I've had the opportunity every day, day in and day out, to take care of people that have sicknesses beyond belief. And I have to tell you that today was a special day because it's Mr. Thompson's day of leaving. Here's what Mr. Thompson had to say about our nursing home. And you could put a hashtag in there just to give it to the media. Hashtag fake news, hashtag we actually are heroes. Bam, and you post it. Let me tell you the secret to posting. You ready? Are you ready for this? The secret to posting is to post. Let me say it again. The secret to posting is to post. Most people, they don't post. I can't figure it out. They think about it too much. They show it to their wife, their cousin, their nephew, their uncle, their brother-in-law. They show it to their mailman. What do you think? You think I look fat? You think I look tall? You think I look skinny? You think I look good? You think I look bad? Just post. Just post. Consistency. Outflow. We want to destroy, we want to drown out the evil media that's trying to give us bad reputations out there. Okay? So that's an example of content. People like stories. People like stories. A person's having a birthday party. By the way, even if you have to stage the birthday party, even if you never really cared about birthday parties before, for the sake of your one piece of content a day, go to the Quickie Mart, buy a cake, put some candles inside of it, light it, and walk into Mrs. Smith's room, and everybody sings happy birthday. And post that to your Facebook. And that is going to make sure that you will have enough content to be strong, to be heavy, and to combat the media that is pummeling us. The 10% rule is also the other 10%. So 90% should be scrappy every day, all day, push, push, push. And then 10% should be professional content. Stuff that you show to your prospective patients and residents and family members. I have one of my clients that called me a couple weeks ago, and he said to me, Berel, I have a very big problem. People are trying to come to my nursing home, but I cannot give them a tour because of COVID, and I probably won't be able to give them a tour for the next 30, 60, 90, could even be 6 months, 180 days. And I have a problem. They're peeking through the windows of my nursing home to try to get a peek and try to get a tour. What do? So we said, hey, we cannot allow that to happen. We have to have one extremely professional piece of content that we're able to send out to the people that are coming to us as referrals, that we could send out to social workers in the hospitals, that we could send out to people, doctors, whoever it is that's referring to us. We need one professional piece of content that casts us in the best light. Remember, we want to tell our story. We don't want Google rating to tell our story, because what nursing home has good Google ratings? Let's be honest. Nobody goes to a nursing home because they're in a great place in their life. It's not Disneyland. They're there because they're in a hard time of their life. A lot of them are going through really hard times. The Google reviews, we don't want Google telling our story. We want to tell our own story. So we, as a company, Wealthy Commercials, what we did is we have professional videographers in every single state of the United States of America that we've worked with over the past 3.5 years. We had a guy in there in 2 days, one of our best videographers there in 2 days, and we did what we have come to coin as a virtual COVID tour. And I would like to actually show that to you guys right now. Again, this is their 10%. 90% scrappy, 10% professional. Here, I'm going to show it to you guys what it looks like. I hope that you could, I hope that you guys are able to see it. Share. Okay, you're sharing your screen. Okay. Again, big shout out to our friends at Hallmark. Shayna Weiss, thank you so much for helping us with this. She's actually on the call right now. She's been amazing. So here we go. Could you guys hear the sound? Could you guys like nod or give me a sign that you could hear the sound? Oh.
I'm Holly Dickerson, and I'm the Social Service and Admissions Director for Hallmark Healthcare of Pekin. We're located at 2501 North Allentown Road, right here in Pekin, Illinois. Hallmark is one big hallway. We are actually a licensed facility for 71 beds. Let's take you down here and show you a room. Featured here is our activity board that shows our residents and their families all the monthly activities at the times that they are listed. This is one of our rooms. course, this is a single setup for a single room. So there's a single bed with a recliner, a armoire, and a dresser as well. This is our family room. It is set up as a game room. We have a Wii for all the grandkids and kiddos. We also have a DVD player and chess and checkers. Here in the therapy department, we work really close to getting residents to their full potential before discharging back home. We also work with local Unity Point, Home Health, and all the other home health agencies as well to get patients back to their full functioning. This is our resident dining room. We also use this for all of our activities and all of our social gatherings.
Oh, the food, oh my goodness. Gourmet food, it's really good. I love it here. It's a good place. The people are very kind and cheerful. This is one of the best places I've been. I was somewhere else and it wasn't this nice.
This is our fenced-in gazebo area to where residents come out and enjoy activities and socialization with all their families and friends. We take admissions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have a dedicated care team here at Pekin that actually is willing to go above and beyond for these residents to make this place feel special and to make it be their long-time home.
Beautiful. Were you guys able to hear that as well? Could I get a head nod if you're able to hear it as well? Yeah? Beautiful. So why did I want to show that to you guys? Because that's an example of the 10% of professional content that you need. When a family is coming to your facility, or when a social worker for that matter in the hospital is contemplating sending you a person or sending a person to your nursing home, they have to know what that place looks like, right? Where the game has changed. It used to be they booked a tour. Even that was slowing down even more and more. We had a tool for that at that time, which was video brochures. We've done a whole bunch of them for you guys. We were the first company to start doing video brochures for nursing homes. We changed the game. But today, you cannot even bring in a video brochure into the nursing home. Into the hospital. So how are you supposed to communicate your message? So the social worker, she may have a pamphlet of yours, or they may only go by, like, who even knows how they choose you. You need a professional piece of content that the social worker can access at the tip of her tongue, or at the click of a button, sorry. And you need something that she could show to the resident or to prospective patient. Or even when that referral comes, you need something that you could send, right? This is where your 90% rule does not come in right. Because let's say somebody's going to go to wants to choose your nursing home. They don't want to see a shaky iPhone video of you, of your smudged phone of you and Mr. Smith, on his bed talking about how he enjoyed his stay there. You need something like I just showed you, that is a virtual COVID tour that is literally the administrator of the building or the internal marketer of the building or whoever it is, by the way. We've had also nurses that were extremely, fun, that were doing that tour. We've had activities directors. We even had one time the cook. The cook was like the coolest, funnest guy in the building, and he did the tour. Right, so you need something that they're able, by the end of the 2 minutes, you know exactly what that person does and what the building is about. Guys, I see that people are putting questions here. Please keep on posting your questions. I will get to every single one of them. So the 10%, the 90% rule is scrappy. 10% is you need a great piece of content that is going to help you communicate your message to people that are looking for information on your building. Otherwise, they're going to get it from the media or from Google. We want to control our message. People fear what they don't know. People think that if they go into your building, people literally think that SNFs are closed, by the way. I don't know if you guys have heard this before. I have friends of mine that know that I'm involved in SNFs. They think that they're closed. They're shocked that a person could still come to an SNF. They really think that they're shut down. People fear what they don't know. If we are not pushing out content into the media and we're letting the media push content to us, then our message is not getting out there. We have to let the world know that we're open for business, that we have all the PPE precautions, that we have successes. No, not everybody's leaving in a body bag. People actually leave in wheelchairs with smiles on their faces, or they walk out or they skip out of here, and things are going well in our facility. So the only way to do that is to push out content. But you need that one piece of great content so that people know exactly what it is that you do. So again, back to this client of mine that called me a few weeks ago in a panic that people were looking at his building through the window. He said to me, Berel, the biggest problem that I foresee in the next 6 months for my nursing home is I am shut for tours. And tours were a major way that I got patients. And you have to help me come up with a solution for this. So the way that we've done this is we understand the rules and regulations of nursing homes, of course, because we're involved in them every single day. We're in touch with the states that we work with. We know what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do. And we send a videographer, like I said, a local guy. We send him already ready to ask questions when he goes into the nursing home to put together a video like I just showed you. That video took half a day to film, and they had it the next week ready to go into the market. And they're going to start using it this week. I'll let you know how they ended up faring from it. Maybe I'll do a Zoom interview with the person that used it. It was inexpensive to produce. They're not expensive. It's a few $1,000s. It's fast, it's easy, and it adheres to all of the COVID regulations that are now imposed in our building. That 10% is so crucial to change the opinion of the person that is thinking about coming to our building. So that's the biggest problem that I see facing nursing homes today from my clients that I've been talking to is the sale is out of their control and they need to gain control back through their content. So just to review, before we hop into questions, number one, accept that the game has changed forever. The days of bagel, lox, and cheese, cream cheese and lox marketing, walking into the social worker's office with coffee, bagel, lox, and cream cheese, those days are done. We have to now think outside the box. Two, you have to tell your story or the media will. We have to be in control of our narrative. Three, outflow is everything. When it comes to social media, there's two types of people. You have the intakers, which most of us are, and there's outflow. We want to be on the outflow side of it. Four, every staff member is a marketer. The game has changed. It used to be you didn't have to do so much marketing. But now we have to combat the media that is pummeling us every single day. So you have to gain the people, and it starts by you, by the way. The 60 people that are on this are the champions in your building. Nobody is going to post on their social media if you don't post on your social media. Oh, by the way, here's another big thing. Not only your staff, you should ask the residents or the family members to post on their social media. How powerful would it be? How powerful would it be if somebody sent their mother to your nursing home and they came to visit and you know that she's really happy with you? By the way, don't go to people that are not happy with you. That's a bad idea. And you're always going to have that in nursing homes. Go to them if they're happy with you and say, hey, Mrs. Smith, would you be willing to make a quick video on your social media, on your Facebook or on your Instagram, talking about how well we took care of your mom? 9 out of 10 times she's going to say yes, because if you really did take good care of her mother, she's going to want to take care of you, okay? So you not only want your staff marketing, but you want to get the residents and the residents' family members. Again, connected to them is hundreds of thousands of people. Guys, please write your questions in the comments, and I'm going to get to them in 1 minute. Next, every staff member is a marketer. What type of content? As I just gave a whole bunch of examples, 90% scrappy from your phone. Don't think about it too much. More is better. You know, they sometimes say more is less. Not when it comes to social media. More is better. You have to get out as much content and don't overthink it too much. Just get it out there. 10% rule, you need one piece of very good, elegant content like I showed you that is professional, that a social worker could show to a prospective family member or a resident right away and have them choose your building. Next, people think SNFs are closed. You have to change that opinion. People fear what they don't know. You have to let them into your building and show them that it is not a scary place. It is not a morgue. It is alive. It is a happy, fun place that people are actually getting better. They are actually taking care of people. And biggest problem facing nursing homes today is definitely this tour thing. That is where you guys get your business. Please forgive me for using the word business, but let's be honest, every resident and every patient helps us keep the lights on in the building, And we need those people to stay in business and to help other people. We cannot help anybody if we're not in business. And it all starts with nursing home, with the tour. That really is where the business is won, or at the hospital bed, or at bedside. You can't do that anymore. So you got to have your 10% piece of professional content. If you are interested in that professional piece of content, we are giving a 50% discount to anybody that joined this Zoom call. So if you're interested in us producing for you something similar to the video that you just saw, please write us a message in the comments, or email us, or whatever it is. Get in touch with me or my office or Elias Macris, and we're happy to help you guys set up that content, that 10%, so that you could start winning at the hospital again. And you could start winning referrals again. COVID is over, guys, in a certain sense, meaning the worst is behind us, okay? I get it. There's still COVID in the buildings. There's still, numbers and new cases coming out. But we're going to have to move past this at some point. And we have to make sure that we're still in business by then to move past this. Before I get into questions, I would just like to introduce Elias Macris, who's on the call with us. Guys, please put in your questions and your comments. We're going to get to all of them. Elias, I'm going to find you here. I'm going to unmute you. Great. Elias, you there?
Hey, can you hear me?
We could hear. We can't. Oh, there you go. Guys, this is Elias Macris. Why don't you introduce yourself, Elias?
Hey, guys. First of all, great job, Berel. I think you pumped us all up to get ready to market. So my name is Elias. I've been working with Berel at Wealthy Commercials for the past 2.5 years. I'm the VP of Business Development. And I really specialize in helping nursing homes figure out what makes them special, what makes them unique, and helps put that into a video and makes it look super nice. Now when you show it to potential patients or hospitals, they see the best side of you, and it gives you the best chance to help these potential patients. So I really love this industry, and I love working with you guys. I look forward to reaching out.
If you guys want that 10% of really good content like you saw, please reach out to Elias. He will take care of you A to Z. He's the one that put that thing together with the company that we did it with. Shout out to, again, Shayna Weiss. Shayna, could you actually, are you there, Shayna? Could I bring you into this? Could you say hello to the people? And maybe talk about how you plan to use that piece of content. Where are you, Shayna? Are you still here? Elias, do you see her here? Yeah, here we go.
Well, I think Sheena is still here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shane, are you there? Could you hear us?
Hi, yes, I can hear you.
How are you?
Berel, that was so enjoyable. That was awesome.
Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Could you maybe talk about your experience and how you planned that video that I showed you guys? That was Shayna's project, one of her buildings that she is doing the marketing for. Can you share with us how you intend to use that piece of content?
Sure. So we're definitely going to be working on getting this out. First of all, like you said, on all our social channels, we're pumping it out. Like you said, it's a two-part piece. We are working very actively on getting that scrappy stuff in a huge amount of scrappy stuff pushing out, but this will be the feature. This will be like a pinned post on social media. Facebook, you can make videos as a Facebook cover. So as soon as someone pulls up your page, bam, that's what they're going to see. As far as reaching out to community, it's going to be going out in an email to all our referral sources. Just to say, hey guys, this is what we're doing. This is what we look like, and feel free to share this and giving that to send out to their people. We're sharing it with our staff, like you said, so that they can say, hey guys, I'm so proud of this place where I work. And just literally, as soon as we get, we have a few tweaks to make, we get that final version, we are blasting it, milking everything out of it to send it to everyone we know.
Beautiful. Thank you, Shayna. God bless you, and looking forward to hearing about all your success. And you should have a lot of success in your new position. Thank you. We're going to go to questions now. So here's the people that ask questions. L. Davis Thompson. We have here, who else? Gabrielle Masley, Zara Grauman, Kylie Golf. We're going to get to all you guys, I promise. Jay Hutchinson. We're going to get to everybody. Here we go. So first question from L. Davis. How do we avoid getting the backlash of posting residents? We have had in-service after in-service drilling in our heads to never post residents on our personal social media. We also have fired those that have. Could I bring you on, L. Davis? Are you still on the chat? I want to bring you on here. Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Good question. So could you just repeat your question for the people?
So, at the facility that I work with, we have been told never to post residents on our social media. We do have a release form, but we can only post those residents on social media that's with Emerald Care Tulsa. But we've always been told never to post anything on our personal website that has, or social medias that have residents' information or their pictures or anything like that. We can just post general.
Great.
Like if we're having a party, we can post about the party. If we're having an event, we can post about the event, but
Sure.
we can't ever take pictures and post those.
Very fair point. Emerald Care Tulsa, if I'm not mistaken, we're working with you guys in the next few weeks. Am I wrong? Elias, you there?
I'm here.
Yeah. I was actually asking Elias.
I don't know.
Let me unmute Elias. Elias, are we working with Tulsa?
Hey, so we already did all of their facilities.
Yeah,
All
we-
the facilities in Oklahoma.
Yeah, so we
We
did.
already worked with them, yes.
Oh yeah, so we did your videos, by the way.
Yeah, we did the videos. Yeah.
Great. So are you using those? Are you getting those out into social media or the social workers' hands?
So we're able to get them out in the social workers' hands because right when we got our videos, COVID-19 hit and we got on lockdown. So we still have our videos. I did post to my social media just about it, and I've actually reposted it again recently as well.
Beautiful.
Just the video that we did.
Beautiful. So we're going to help you get that online. I believe we did the physical brochures for you guys. We're going to help you get that online on YouTube, on everywhere, so you can send it to the social workers. Right. We finished it right before COVID, I remember. We're going to get it to you right so that you're going to be able to send a digital version of that. So just to answer your question, every nursing home, for the most, not everyone, but most nursing homes have different policies. Some nursing homes are super liberal. Some are very, very, very tight closed that you cannot post anything. It just depends on your particular facility. But your journey as what do you do at the building again? Please remind me.
Marketing and admissions.
Your journey working in a nursing home as an admissions is so critical because you get to see people from the beginning to the end. Share a personal story. Hey guys, I want to tell you a story about a resident that happened. She came in not walking, and 4 weeks later, guess what? She's walking. That's why I do my job. That's why I'm here. You don't even have to film her to be part of that, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be the resident, although I would push for, those release forms from the management and ask them to give you those release forms so you could, because those stories are the best. But also when people are leaving your building, right? When people are leaving your building on the last day as they're walking out, ask them if they could give you a recommendation on video and just post that. It's so powerful. And then they're out of your hands. So and you could also have them say, you could say, do I have permission to post this on camera? And they'll say, yes, you have permission. And then at least you have that. And that's as good as a release form, if not better. Answer your question?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Next question over here. Zara, how are you? Grauman, how were you able to get a videographer into the building? They are not allowed. Hang on, we're going to bring you in, Zara. Okay, so anyways, to answer Zara's question, we were able to do it because we checked with all of the regulation. We checked with all the regulatory services. Of course, this company has regulatory staff. They checked if it's okay. And we tested this person. He took his temperature. He got a COVID test. He did everything that he was supposed to in order to be allowed to go into that building. He was PPE'd head to toe. You could barely see his eyes. So there are ways that we could get people into the building. Of course, some states are much more difficult than others. But for the most part, getting one person into the building is not the end of the world. And by the way, we've done it for other buildings that we weren't allowed to go into. We've actually had the videographer just come outside and he's interviewing residents in the courtyard. He's interviewing staff members in the courtyard. He's doing drone shots and he's staying 6 feet away where it's much tighter in the nursing home. But for the most part, we'll work with your people to make sure that we're able to do what we have to do in the most safest and obviously legal way. So thank you for that question. Great. Let's keep on going. Kylie Goff, how are you? Do you suggest posting more pictures or videos with staff, residents, or an equal amount? So hang on, let me see if I can bring you in here. That was Kylie. Kylie, are you here? Kylie. Kylie, yeah, here we go. Unmute. Great. Kylie, are you there?
Yes.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Can we see you?
Let me see if I can get it on.
I mean, you don't have to. Oh, wow. How are you guys doing? Who's with you?
This is Miranda Pickenpaw. She's our admissions coordinator and marketer and memory care director.
Amazing. I can tell you girls are smiling through your masks, by the way. Amazing. Thank you so much for being part of this. So what was your question? Could you just repeat it for the people?
So when posting things on Facebook, we post them all through our nursing home website or our Facebook, and then encourage our staff to share them.
Yes.
But do you suggest posting more pictures of staff, more pictures of residents, an equal amount of both? Is there like a good, what's a suggestion for our...
Listen, maybe I'm biased because I own a video production company, but if a picture is worth 1,000 words, what's a video worth? Maybe 1,000,000, right? So pictures are nice, by the way. Don't get me wrong. If everybody's shy to be on video, a picture is fine, but it doesn't have the impact that a video has. I would go hard, hot, and heavy on video, 100%. 100%. And by the way, again, it doesn't have to be fancy. I mean, after this, I would even take out your phone with the two of you sitting like that with masks, saying, we're always continually or take a picture of the two of you saying, we just left a great seminar, always continually building our career. Take a picture like that, tag your nursing home, and let people see that you guys are open. People think you're closed. Let people know that you're open for business. Cool? Thank you guys. Where are you guys from? Where are you? Where are you right now?
Cozad, Nebraska.
Nebraska. Amazing. Beautiful. So did we work with your facility yet?
I'm not sure. David Gerber would be the guy to ask.
Okay,
sure.
we worked with a bunch of people in Nebraska, but stay safe. No riots in Nebraska. No one's rioting in Nebraska now.
We're in a town of 4,000 people, so we're pretty rural. But...
You tell those 6 rioters to get out of town, okay? Thank you. Thank you guys for stopping. Thank you guys. Cool. We're gonna go to our next question over here. Let me just mute this. Great. Thank you, Kylie. All right. Where are we? Okay. Jay Hutchinson. It's also very hard if your facility is still closed to admissions, and the referrals are coming in and you can't accept. You still want to promote your facility. That is an absolute great point. Can I bring you in here, Jay Hutchinson? Where are you? Where are you? Let me find you. There you go. Great. Unmute. What's up, Jay? Oh, unmute. I feel like I have so much power here to mute and unmute people. I wish this was like real life. I didn't want to hear someone and just muted them. It would be great. How come I can't unmute you? Jay Hutchinson. Maybe you muted yourself. Is that possible? Is that possible? Ask to start video. Okay, we're going to move on to the next person. I'm going to answer your question anyways. I don't know why I can't unmute you, but okay, it's fine. So it's hard if your facility is closed to admissions and the referrals are coming in and you cannot accept and you still want to promote your facility. Jay Hutchinson is a very good question, very good point. And it brings me to what I mentioned before. COVID will be over one day, people, and we want to make sure that we have a job. So and I mentioned this before, if your building was the building that had video of body bags being schlepped out of it, then you want to change that narrative. And if your building is closed to admissions, now you have time to work on the image of your building because you're not under the gun of always accepting residents. So you want to make sure that when the legislation comes out, that you are able to you're able to open your doors. You want to make sure in the minds of the people that you've told your story, not the media story. And that when you could finally accept admissions, they're going to say, oh, you know what? I saw Jay Hutchinson's building. That is an amazing place. I see all of the wonderful videos they post. I'm definitely going to send mom there because they have been amazing even throughout COVID. I hope that answers your question, Jay. Wish I could bring you in. Can't for some reason. Okay, next question. Bonnie, can you suggest a good resource to get media release forms for material you want to put out with pictures or video of residents or staff? Let me see if I can get you in here, Bonnie. Bonnie. Okay, I don't see her. So Bonnie's question is, can you suggest a good resource? You could reach out to my office. We've done this for 300 buildings. I will give you our release forms for free, and you could then go use that in your office. So if you would like release forms for the people in your building, please reach out to us, and we'll send that to you absolutely free of charge. Another option is, usually nursing homes, the ownership and the management usually always have access to legal advice. There's a lot of legalities in a nursing home. Reach out to your head office, say, hey, I would like a release form for my residents to make a video. If they tell you that they don't want you to take video, say, well, then I think that I can't do my job and fill up your building, sir. So you better figure out how to get me one, because Berel Solomon told me so. So that's what I would suggest. Reach out to my office. Guys, I'm going to unmute it in a second. Anybody could throw in whatever they want. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I do want to mention that I will put these notes, I will send them to you by email so you will have them. Please, again, feel free to reach out to myself or Elias Macris so that we could produce your 10% piece of content. It is inexpensive, and it is quick, and it is effective and efficient. And I would be very honored to work with you guys. You guys were amazing. And I'm just going to unmute everybody. And if anybody wants to throw in, this is your time to do it. Thank you, guys. Nice to have everybody here.
But it's BS, because their metric for looking at infection control is baloney. Because everything is infection control. Seriously?
Sorry, were you talking to us? Everybody is unmuted right now, so you can throw in whatever you want to throw in. If we have nothing else to add, thank you so much. God bless you. God bless everybody. And stay strong out there. We're going to get this through together. We're in this together, and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to send also a recording of this video to you guys so you could show it to anybody that you want. God bless. Have a great day. Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.